Sean Capri, and you're listening to the most wholesome Nintendo podcast out there. It's the Nintendo Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my friend Caito, the sauciest potato, and on our journey today, did we buy anything? Who knows? Just jump on into the Nintendo Drive. Ball. Here we go.
Hi, Sean.
I nailed that intro.
That.
I am
that was good.
So excited. I got your name right. I got your vegetable right. We are the most wholesome. I've been waiting because for the Nintendo Drive or for the Xbox Drive, I say it's the most horsepowerful podcast on the internet. And I wanted something like that for this show, but nothing really felt right, you know?
Yeah.
And then Balasar at Balasar100 on Twitter comes in and says the Nintendo Drive is the most wholesome Nintendo podcast out there. Great chemistry between Sean Capri and Console Caito. Amazing job out there. And ever since this tweet on December 11th, I'm like, this is it. That's the intro. I am so thankful for it. We're the most wholesome Nintendo podcast out there. I love it.
It's something, you know?
It's something.
I like it.
We're not experts. We don't play all the games.
Right.
Like we
not
start
the
off
most
with
knowledgeable.
what we are.
We're not the most informative.
Exactly.
But
We're not the
wholesome.
longest. We're not the longest out there. Yeah, all the things. But man, do we have fun on this, show.
Oh my gosh.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. Making it.
It. Yeah.
This is our last show before...
We're going to take a
for
break.
a while.
We're going to take a break. Yeah. The grown-ups, the adults are taking a little bit of a break. And by that, we mean probably just playing more games and spending time with family. My brother is coming up from Vancouver, and so we'll probably be plugging in the old Super Nintendo Classic Edition or the NES, the little minis that I've got around, and I might have them loaded up with ROMs. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know how much like new stuff I'm going to be playing, but UN Squadron will be played. NHL 94, I think, will be played. Things like that, like Turtles in Time. Like, let's go. I love it. It's super exciting.
Are you taking off of work too? Like work?
I am. Yeah. It's, Friday's my last day until January 4th, actually. So I have to come in. I had to come in a couple times, like just like for an hour or two, but because we're doing like a raffle, I've got to go in and do a draw, give away $500,000 or something. No big deal. But
can I be entered?
You have to be in Alberta. So if anybody is in Alberta and you hear this ahead of time, uhf5050.ca, buy your tickets, $500,000, or actually $750,000 if we sell out of our tickets. Could be the prize, but that's neither here nor there. We have snow, Caito. We got a foot of snow last night. I shoveled it all, but that makes me really excited to go skiing. Have you ever been skiing before, Caito?
I have not.
You've never been skiing?
I've never been.
Can you even go? Is it even like accessible, like in your area?
No.
Like just no snow?
I would have to drive
to the mountains.
To the mountains, yeah. Not anywhere near me.
There's not a, we don't go to a
67
mountain.
degrees here right now.
Oh my.
It's sunny.
God. That's the magic of video games. Like we are on completely opposite sides of the planet, I think technically, where you can have that kind of weather. And yeah, I just, got my workout in, shoveled the snow. A couple of us, Tony Baker here in Edmonton, Marcus O'Neill, a bunch of us, we're all doing the same thing at the same time. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I would love to go skiing.
Oh, it's so fun. I've come to really, really love it. And we took my kids actually over the weekend. Ellie for the first time, she's 3, and she went, she did not love it. She did not.
She didn't? Oh, no.
No, but I think I shared a picture on Twitter a couple of days ago. And no, she thought it was really, really terrible. But I had like this amazing parenting moment as well as like just a life moment in general where at first she was just not having fun. And it didn't matter like how much I was teaching her or coaching her or telling her this or that. Like she was just not having fun. And so we went inside. We had a little bit of a snack. We warmed up a little bit because you have to do that because it's cold here. And then we went back out and I just sort of like held her as we went down the hill. I kind of had her like between my legs and kind of grabbed her underneath the armpits and we went really fast. So she started to have fun with it. And then she was laughing and she wanted to do it more. Like then it was up to her and she just wanted to keep going back up the hill and go back down. And then she started doing it like more and more on her own because she's very independent in that way. So once she started having fun, then she started to kind of like take initiative and doing it. Like she started skiing on her own quite a bit more, which is to say she was holding onto my fingers as we were going down the hill together. But she didn't want to go down unless I was basically carrying her at the start. So it was a nice ending to the day, practice some patience. Got to see the value of fun first. Yeah, it was great. Super fun. I love going skiing with the kids. So
See,
great.
I just think I've missed that opportunity because I don't want to go, do my pizza skis or whatever it is that y'all do.
Pizza slices
and all that stuff.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm just not even, in my 30s. I don't want to be doing that.
Well, my brother, like I said, is coming up from Vancouver. He wants to learn how to snowboard. So he's going to come with us. We're going to be on the same little bunny hill together. He's going to be, he's 40. Yeah, he's gonna do it. So, but I see what you're saying though, and that's exactly what I want to for that not to happen for the kids, because kids pick this stuff up so quickly. It's amazing. Lincoln he's gonna be a pro at this. I have no doubt. Obviously, as his dad, that's what I say. But he's doing phenomenally well, which is very, very exciting.
Good.
Yeah, loving skiing, super fun.
Yes,
things are good.
Okay.
Life is good.
Life is good.
Yeah,
we do have a YouTube comment this week. Yeah. So reminder, you can listen to the Nintendo Drive and all of the Yumi and Capri content over on YouTube, youtube.com/YumiCapri. And if you leave a comment, we might read it over here on the show. And this one, I like comments like this because this is from Andrew Watson, who says, "I'm so sorry, Caito. I didn't know you were playing Pokemon 2. I would love to hear about your favorite Pokemon on your team too. Also, Hoothoot does in fact have 2 legs. It's one of the achievements in Pokemon Snap to snap a picture of it with both legs showing." And the reason I like this is because it means that they listen to the show. Mm-hmm. All the way to the end, I think.
Yeah, pretty close.
We normally do questions at the end. So I'm okay, Andrew Watson. Shout out to Andrew Watson.
All the way to the end. Absolutely. And it's funny, right after he messaged this, I started playing with Hoothoot a little bit more. And I'm like, oh yeah, look at it. Look at that. There it is. They just they play with angles quite a lot. With that there Hoothoot. Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, I haven't picked up Pokemon since the first day that I picked it up. No. So I don't even know who's on my team.
I'm in a part.
You don't have
I'm
to feel
stuck.
bad.
I'm so dumb with things. I'm actually stuck, and it's ridiculous. I finished the second gym, and I'm wandering around, and it seems to me that I need some sort of special move. I think I've got to break either bigger rocks or something like that. And I don't know where to find these hidden moves. My Bidoof is doing his best. He's chopping down trees and he's breaking the small rocks, and that's all I know. And then I see a misclick, playing this thing or somebody else, and it's they got dozens of hidden moves over there. I'm so far away from beating this game, but
yeah,
I'm still enjoying it quite a lot, actually. Yeah.
You got to talk to everybody. You got to do all the things.
I guess so. Actually, you're right. I feel like I did just talk to somebody. I only have my Switch Lite is in front of me because, of course, I need to browse the eShop at some point today. But it doesn't have Diamond on here at all, unfortunately. Yeah. Which is good for us because I don't think that I would do so good playing Pokemon and podcasting at the same time.
That would be challenging.
I don't think I'd be good at that at all. I would really be delayed in my replies to you, or completely ignore or say something that you had just said and not be aware that you just said it.
Right.
It would be bad.
It would be like the times that your Skype goes out of connection and I'm just trying to make up what you said before. Trying to make it make sense.
Nobody's ever noticed.
Yeah.
You do great.
Half the time. I can't even hear what Sean's saying. So try podcasting like that.
It's like blindfolding for your ears. Or I guess it's plugging your ears.
Right.
Also, but while we're talking about YouTube really quickly, I see you, JKJ, on the comments. He's going all the way back to the beginning. I don't know if you seen this. He went back to our very first episode that we posted on YouTube and has been leaving comments and listening kind of back to the beginning. So shout out to JKJ, super fan over here. Listen to every episode.
Nice.
Our whole legacy.
Yeah. There's a lot.
I guess so.
Shockingly.
Yeah. Doing it.
We're doing it. Yeah. Okay, we do have some breaking news, and I'm excited about this because, this was not even something that we speculated about. I'm just glad that they just announced it, and we don't even have to worry about it. Nintendo announced a new Indie World Showcase airing on December 15th. It will start at 12 p.m. Eastern Time and will feature roughly 20 minutes of information on upcoming indie games for the Switch.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. I love the indie showcases.
So do I.
Even just to watch them, it's just entertaining.
I know. We're not obviously going to be able to cover this in time for people to hear it, but I feel like it's perfect timing as well. You know, like people are going to be getting Switches for Christmas, and it'll be nice for any of us who already have it. It's nice to know that there are more things coming. This continues to just like prove Nintendo's marketing strategy, which is like they could have done something at the Game Awards, really, but they're doing this. Like they're going to do a direct. They're going to like own their own message. Almost, is it a week to the day? Even might even just short of a week after the Game Awards. So I'm just really excited to see it. I love these indie spotlights. There's always seems to be like that one last thing that blows us away, even on an indie stage, which is kind of remarkable that we're at that point in news and in indie games, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's tomorrow.
Yeah. So people are going to listen to this and they're going to go check it out. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, like this was literally breaking news. Yeah.
It is breaking news.
Not just the car pun with your brakes, in case anybody hadn't picked up on that.
Right. I don't do as good of a job as Ryan Turford on delivering the puns, I don't think. But
is it I don't know if that's punny.
Breaking news, yeah.
It sounds like a sputtering brakes. I don't know. You should squeal. Like old brakes.
Okay, well, speaking of the Game Awards, you mentioned those.
Yeah,
we do have a question from Nagachaka who says, the Game Awards have come and gone, and no big reveals or trailers from Nintendo.
Yeah.
No release date for Breath of the Wild 2, and no new trailer for Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Was this a good or bad move by Nintendo? And I just want to start this by asking the question. Why did people expect... Was this an expectation? Did people think Nintendo was going to come with stuff?
I think
confused.
so. I think so. I think Jeff Keighley, number one, kind of just like hypes up his own event. So there's that. He never really says so-and-so is going to show up with something, but he does a pretty good job of hyping it up. So that's number one. Number two, and probably more importantly, is Nintendo has revealed, wasn't it Metroid 4? Metroid Prime 4 was revealed here. Bayonetta was revealed at the Game Awards. Like they've had big reveals here before. So that there is a little bit of precedent.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember Metroid Prime 4 being at the Game Awards.
Was that at E3?
I thought it was at E3. That was 100. I've never watched the Game Awards, and I watched the Metroid Prime reveal. The initial one that they went back on or whatever. No, was definitely
Metroid
E3.
Prime 4 could finally be revealed at the Game Awards. Oh, this was a could. People can leave a comment and correct us, because what did we say? We're the most wholesome. We don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Exactly. So maybe that's, even if it was, well, I don't know. I guess I just was never, I didn't even watch it because I was like,
it was long.
Anything that's announced, I'll just learn about it later.
Yeah, and there's not even there's been a lot of shows. I've been listening to a lot of coverage about like everything that was revealed at the Game Awards. And number one, I want to give a shout out to the Trophy Room, actually, the PlayStation show, did a great job of covering both the announcements and the awards, because I think that one can, like, the marketing of it can kind of overshadow the actual like celebration of the games that happened this year. Right. So yeah, they did a great job of that. So shout out to them. They do a better job than we'll ever do here, to be honest with you. but yeah, like there was a lot to cover really if you really to go through like bullet point by bullet point. Like there's almost too much. I don't know exactly how much covers Nintendo. But definitely, I think the heart of this question is like there really wasn't anything big from Nintendo, and there was an article on Nintendo Life about like, is that good? Is this intentional? And I'm very curious if this is the future of Nintendo, or if it's just a result of like maybe they don't have anything to say right now. Maybe they've told us everything that there is to say with the directs that they had in 2021. And yeah, I don't know. Does it make you worried about like Breath of the Wild at all? This is the sequel to Breath of the Wild that we still don't really know anything. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I think I just feel like, I don't know why I feel different about this than I do E3. Maybe it's the marketing of it. I don't know. Maybe it's just my own opinion on it. I feel like you save the big announcements for either your own direct or E3. I just feel like this isn't the place.
I like the Game Awards for this, especially like Xbox last year, 2 years ago, revealed the Series X here. Like it kind of has become a place where you can expect big things. Like that was the first time we ever saw that console and learned the name of it, which was really remarkable. like just for me personally, I do wish Nintendo participated in this stuff a little bit more, but I understand that they don't really need to. It doesn't seem like it. Like, I don't know what kind of expenses are there, what the trade-offs that they see there, but there's a massive audience who watch that, and it's not even necessarily like the most hardcore people. Like, it can't be when they have tens of millions of people watching this. It goes beyond just the most hardcore, and that's kind of the same kind of audience, the same service that E3 provides, where you have this moment in video games. So yeah, I would like to see. I don't like this from Nintendo, and I don't like seeing it from Sony either. I like seeing these companies like participating in where the community is, and that's what I think where my heart really lies on this is. You're probably right. Anybody who's suggesting that Nintendo can do this on their own, you're probably right. But I'm at the Game Awards. Like, come there with me. You know what I mean? Like, be there as a celebration of games with the rest of us, and it can come across as a little standoffish.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest. Yeah,
I don't know why I feel that way about E3. Like, when Sony doesn't participate in E3, I'm like,
absolutely,
yuck. But for some reason, this one I don't really get it as much. But
yeah,
were there any big announcements? I mean, from anyone?
I feel like there were, but I don't know. Like, they kind of, for me personally, like the Game Awards kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
This year, the first hour or so was pretty good, but yeah, like nothing really relevant to this show. Like, Nintendo ran commercials basically. Like, they had kind of like, here's 10 games that are coming, and they even had a splash for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, and where every other game had the game's logo, it had text in the bottom right hand corner that said the sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, their game's coming in 2022. And there's Kirby and there's Splatoon 3 and the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Like, they're still just not giving us the title. They're not calling it Breath of the Wild 2. Like, they're still holding on to all of that information right now. And when they finally reveal it, it will be a huge deal. So I'm really curious, because they've had opportunities to do this. I'm just really curious, like, how are they going to do it?
I mean, do you think that kind of indicates when it will be coming? And that it won't be coming in the first half of the year?
I just think that they've said, I think, yes. It probably could be.
Do you think it's the holiday game?
Yeah, and I think Donnie was one of the first people to kind of say, like, don't get your hopes up, everybody. This probably is looking more like a holiday thing. And I don't even want to bring up the Switch Pro, because I think we're not even allowed to talk about it on the show anymore. But could it be paired up with new hardware is another thing that I start to wonder about as it kind of just keeps getting delayed. But
I still refuse to believe that.
I think I do too. Just like, I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of like what's taking so long, but it's a hugely important title. Like, I don't know if there's ever been a more important like follow-up ever. Like, it's absolutely critical that they nail it. There's no room for error at all. It's obviously got to be bigger and better and all those things. So yeah, I'm in not that I'm trying to suggest that there's a rush for it. I'm just very curious. Because they've chosen to not reveal it at a number of places. So when they do, like, I'm curious what that is and maybe why they choose to reveal in the way that they do. Yeah,
agree. Okay, we do have some other news here. You can get your official year in review Switch stats if you go to the official page while logged into your Nintendo account. It will summarize your play activity and break it down into all sorts of stats. You can see how many games you played, how many were new, and your most played games in terms of hours. I don't know if I want to do this.
Oh, it's awesome. You should totally do it. It's Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Here's 10,000 hours of Animal Crossing in your year. Yeah. You should totally do it.
You also get a percentage showing your docked and portable split. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm loading mine up right now, and I think because I was pretty loud earlier this year about like the OLED and why would I ever get one, because I only play in docked mode, like I never play in handheld mode and all these different things. My split goes like this. I am in TV. It just is auto playing. It's like a slideshow. TV docked mode, I played 229 hours this year, and in handheld mode, I played 53 hours. So it's not like I'd never played in handheld, as it turns out.
But that's definitely still not more. A lot.
I'm kind of surprised by this little playing, to be honest. I feel like I saw Donnie. I think Donnie from, he used to be on the Nintendo Shack. Well, like, my Nintendo Switch fell off a cliff this year, and it was like 1,500 hours or something like that. Good God, man. This sounds nice.
Oh.
Brendan Myers just posted his on Twitter. He played 569 hours. Most played game was 88 hours of Super Mega Baseball 3. He played 78 games. This is so cool. I love this.
78 games?
He played 78 games, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, no way. Do you want to see? This is awesome. Do you want to hear what my most played game this year was?
Yes.
Guess.
Zelda?
Guess.
Zelda?
Close, but you're way off.
I don't know. What else do you play?
Animal Crossing New Horizons
No,
at
it's not.
52 hours was my most played game this year.
No, it's not.
Yep. There it is. It's
Look at you. Little
official.
Animal Crossing fan. You're playing more than you realize.
Yeah, well, it's all here. And I want to share this as well. My second, you were actually close. My second most played game was Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword at 43 hours. Metroid, this is weird. It says Metroid Dread I played for 33 hours. And maybe I did. That counter was like way off. Last year, it says that my most played game was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And next year, it's going to be Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because I bought that on sale and I'm totally going to buy it. And Garrett Bland and I are partnering up on this. We're totally going to do it. I'm very excited. You should totally do this.
I can't even find where to do it.
You know what? All the links are in the show notes, and everybody who's listening, they can also.
I clicked on that link. It didn't take me there.
I did the same thing. It's funny because I can actually. There's a who doesn't love a good bar graph, and there's one that kind of lays it out on the hours per month. And shortly after we started this show, like my time just went like crazy. It went totally up. Like June is insane. We started the show in I think May, maybe in late May, and in June, hours went crazy up. So there you go. October was my most played month. I think that was Metroid. My most active day was Sunday, August 1st. I earned a bunch of coins. That's super fun.
So much information.
I love this stuff. Like, it's so great. I played 38 games this year. Last year I played 28 games. I think that's it.
I
that's
probably
my whole
played
year in
like 3
review.
games.
Oh, I love this. People should definitely do this and share in the Discord as well. The links are in the show notes. Share it in the Discord. I love this sort of thing.
Well, the link in the show notes doesn't take you to this.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it takes you it takes you to an article that then takes you to the thing. We're just clicking through at this point.
Yes.
On our computers. There's a European North American year in review page, and then there's a European year in review page. Then you have to go log in.
Got you.
There you go. And helpful too.
So helpful. Caitlin's 2021 Nintendo Switch year in review. How cute.
Yeah.
Jump to total hours.
I want to hear this.
817. But keep in mind, I have 3 Switches.
But it's based on your account. I feel like it should still
I have different
compile it all.
accounts.
Oh,
I have different
okay.
accounts for each Switch.
That's crazy. Like you have multiple accounts and your one is like 3 times mine. My only one.
I played Animal Crossing for 788 hours on this account. The next highest is Overcooked 2 with 9 hours.
That's amazing.
And then Paw Patrol on a Roll.
Stop.
For 7 hours.
Holy cow. I love it. This
is hilarious.
Is that you?
No.
Yeah.
That's my son.
Well, it
So
gives
cute.
we can set like goals for next year. You know, I want to play more.
Yeah.
It doesn't say how many hours I played last year. That's the one thing or does it? Oh yeah, I did. I already said that. 282 this year, 239 last year. So I'm in the right direction. I'm definitely playing more. I felt like I played way more Nintendo this year than last year, but I think with a single title of Xenoblade last year, I think kind of was a big push for those numbers last year.
I want to play more of a variety of games.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah. Well, you just bought a bunch.
I did.
And we got time off. We can, start in January. We'll come back to the show, come back to the car, and we'll have all these games that we can talk about that we played or just continue to buy.
Yes.
Because of course we're going to be waiting an end of year sale.
Yes. I did 388 hours docked, 429 handheld.
Oh, wow.
Which I think is a little, I stream.
Yeah.
So that's the only time I ever played docked. Mm-hmm. So that just shows how much I've been streaming.
Yeah.
For 388 hours apparently on this Switch.
Yeah. 3 hours at a time. YouTube.com/ConsoleCaito.
That's a lot.
On the road to 100,000 subs, by the way.
On the road. We just hit 92,000 today.
Yes, that is crazy. Oh my gosh.
We did it. 8,000 left. That's still so many. We're getting closer.
You're going to do it.
We have some questions here. One is from Seamus McIsaac, who asks, what are your favorite Nintendo moments of 2021? It can be Switch games, any of the directs, or any other Nintendo related thing.
I want to go first. My favorite, I've got a couple that are maybe not what Seamus is asking about, but I'm going to answer it in this way. One of my favorite moments, definitely one of my most memorable moments, was rolling out of bed one morning, opening my email and saying, Nintendo is proud to announce the Nintendo Switch OLED edition. And I'm like, oh my God, they did it. I can't believe it. The Switch Pro is real. And I'm reading and there's no 4K and there's nothing. It's literally just an upgraded screen. Nintendo, you sons of guns. I just went from that, I can't believe the rumors were true, to no, like nobody saw this coming and I can't believe they're doing this and I'm definitely not going to be buying one. And then I ended up buying one.
Yeah.
And that was basically the collection of that over the course of this year. Of my second moment that I will talk about is like E3 and how not hyped you and I were, and how I ended up buying. I bought literally everything that they put on that show. Everything. I bought Monster Hunter, Skyward Sword, even the reveal of Skyward Sword at the beginning of the year. I was like, oh, why that one? I don't love this game. And then I played it and totally turned it around. So my sort of like reflection on Nintendo over the year is just like, I'm really glad that I kept an open mind, honestly, because I had a blast playing Nintendo this year. And my initial reaction to pretty much everything was I was kind of a grumpy pants about all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
We were both pretty grumpy about it.
Yeah. Didn't want Metroid. That didn't look all that good. It's like one of the best games I played this year. Like everything. I reversed on all of it. How
Which is
you?
Okay. That's good. It's good that you change your mind.
I'm glad people at least don't cut me down too much about it, because I do it first. That's the thing. People can say whatever they want, but I'm aware, you guys. I know I know what I say and I know what I go back on. And hopefully it's entertaining at the very least. My nonsense it's something, I guess.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, well obviously I really enjoyed E3.
Yep.
Because I enjoyed streaming with you and watching it. That was fun.
And not getting Animal Crossing.
And not getting anything Animal Crossing. And then just the sheer desperation from that point until when we got the Animal Crossing Direct. And I think if I remember correctly, they announced the date for the Direct on my birthday, if I'm remembering correctly. Mm-hmm. And then the Direct was like a week or two later, whatever it was.
That was so good.
And the Direct was such a good moment.
Yeah.
I still go back and watch it because it's so just good. So funny.
Yeah. What did you say, like 4 minutes in? You're like, oh my God, you guys, we're only like 3 minutes in or something like that.
We're only like 3 minutes in. And we had already gotten everything that we had been speculating about. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, what else do they have to show?
Yeah.
And then it was done. And then they went on to the next thing. And I was just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
How are we getting all of this stuff?
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I love it. You know what else? You know what else we're both kind of like overlooking right now?
What?
We started this show in 2021. That's the best thing that has happened to Nintendo in 2021 was the Nintendo Drive.
The Nintendo Drive was born.
We did it. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. It's kind of weird to think about like when something like starts, because like once you start, we're really not stopping, really.
Right.
But yeah, like that was this year that we started doing the show. You became a Nintendo podcaster.
I did.
Very cool.
For better or worse.
Yeah, I think for better. I think for much better. For much better. This is super fun.
Yeah, and I can't leave out. So actually, I don't know if you know Trongy over on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Also comes into YouTube quite a bit. Tweeted the other day if any Animal Crossing streamers had done any charity streams this year and like who they raised money for and how much they raised.
Yeah.
And
you did.
So I responded, yeah, because like I know that's not necessarily the answer to this question, but like Nintendo existing allows me to have a platform.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about. Cool. And I think I know I raised over 6,000 for Extra Life, and then We raised about $2,500 for NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. And then we also did Gaming for Guru this year.
Yeah.
As well. Where we raised over $20,000 for Bobby. So it's just a lot of, raising money, which is just, I'm blessed to have that as an opportunity. Thanks to Nintendo.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Yes, there's a lot of highlights here, and I'm so glad we kind of talked about this stuff either in addition to or maybe even more importantly than the announcements. Like you're totally right. Like literally lives were changed because of the fundraising that we all did, and it all centers around Nintendo. It all centers around community and friendship and all those kind of things. So yeah, was not expecting that. That's awesome. Definitely.
It's good. Yep. What else? Is there anything else? Any other great moments?
You know what? I think this is a good point to tease our Game of the Year conversation that is going to be coming up. We're going to record it tomorrow or tonight as people are listening to this. Me, you, Ryan Turford, Matt Swinsky, and Garrett Bland of the RPG Cave and the PlayStation Drive and the Xbox Drive. We're all coming together. All the Yumi Capri people were coming together to reflect on the year. Games, the favorite games we played, just our time this year. So I think that's really where we can direct people's attention to. I think it'll show up on this feed as well. I think I'm making up as we go along. Pretty sure we're just going to blast out on pretty much everything that has a podcast feed. We'll get the Game of the Year chat.
And you can listen to it on every single one. So they all get a view.
Give us that engagement juice.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. We do have one more question. This is from Tyler Kopp, who says, with Banjo-Kazooie not appearing again, is there hope for The Bear and the Bird? Microsoft should give it to one of these three developers. Rare, of course. Playtonic makes a lot of sense. I think they left out the third one. I don't know who else they wanted. But maybe should also release on both Xbox platforms and Switch.
Ooh. I don't know if it's coming to Switch. I think people should not really get their hopes up on that, if it's even a thing. I was predicting that Banjo would show up. And I think it was the day afterwards. We didn't put it in the show notes. I'm pretty sure it was the day after the Game Awards. They're like, it's coming to Switch Online. So there's that.
Yeah.
I think that's as good as it's going to get in Nintendo land.
What's the deal?
I think it's just a lot of other things going on. Rare really went on to Sea of Thieves. They did a totally different game.
Right.
And I think that it's only been up until quite recently, maybe the last couple of years, that the mascot kind of game has kind of come back. Ratchet and Clank is a really good example of this. The Crash Bandicoot reignited or remastered games actually did quite well. So I think that, I don't know that anybody's clamoring for it, but Banjo might be just at that right age where, they may be able to make a splash with it, but maybe to the point, who's going to make it?
Here's all these teams are doing things. I think, and I want to preface this by saying I loved Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it growing up. I just feel like it's one of those games that we all have this nostalgia for, and then you go back and it's just not as good as we remember it being.
Oh,
so if they bring it back, I think they're going to have to completely revamp the way they do it. It's going to have to be something completely different. Banjo-Kazooie will be in there, but it'll be, I don't know if it's a Kirby situation where they make it like that. I don't know what they could do to it, but it's just, I don't know.
They could make it 2D. Underwhelming. They could honestly, because one of the things, and they mentioned Playtonic, when they went 3D with Yooka-Laylee with the original game, and then they went The Impossible Lair, which was the follow-up, then they went 2D, it was excellent. And maybe to your point, maybe 3D platformers, the mascot platformers are not what everybody is hoping for, but I feel like there could be something to a 2D style Banjo-Kazooie
that would be
thing.
Cool.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually what I want. We'll make it. You and I, we'll get to it during our time off.
Exactly.
And we'll just learn how to develop the game and develop
it done by January.
Yeah, we'll ship it.
There you go. That's it.
Count on it. Patreon goal.
Well, is there anything over on the eShop that's caught your eye this week before we go?
I don't think so. I was just trying to pull it up here. It's funny. That's why I'm laughing so hard. Because like he just totally read my mind as I'm firing this thing up. I don't think so. There's the Hot Wheels game seems to have a bundle that it's a little out of my price range still. It's like $100. So
$100.
Yeah, I'm not too keen about that. Let's see. Quickly, great deals.
What are you getting in the bundle?
I don't know. It's like a bunch of, it's kind of what you would expect, like a bunch of different cars, for Hot Wheels and whatnot.
Hot Wheels Ultimate Stunt Edition.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only $62 here. But
yeah, it's a little
That's
much.
a little pricey.
A little pricey.
They're pretty happy about that.
No, I'm not really seeing anything here right now. There's a game called Shift Happens, and it's 89% off for $1.99. So there's that.
There you go.
I've done a lot of the buying,
Right.
Hot Shot Racing is a game people will enjoy for $5. 12 hours remaining on that. These are too late for people by the time.
Have you played
listen.
Life is Strange?
I haven't. No. And my take on Life is Strange, I love those games so much. I don't know what it is, but I need to be like, and I don't know what mood it is, but I need to be in the right mood for it. Like I need to be ready for it. That is not a game that they decide I'm going to play because they released it. It's a game that I'm going to settle in and I guess cry my eyes out.
Right.
And then fully enjoy it. And I kind of have taken this very purposeful approach with the Life is Strange games, and I've come to really like it and not just feel like, oh, I've got to get through this. It's when I play it, I'm really probably more so with the Life is Strange games than almost anything else. I have to be really intentional about it.
Yeah.
Kind of like an RPG. Got to be right in the right mood for it.
You know what? I don't know if we're actually going to do predictions on the show tomorrow, if we're going to do any at all.
For
but
next year?
Where is my sequel to Dragon Quest Builders?
Ooh, Dragon Quest Builders 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Ryan and I often do a prediction, like an annual predictions thing on the Xbox Drive. So that should be our first episode coming back into the new year.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
We'll predict the entire year. We'll tell everybody what they can look forward to most definitely happening.
Yes,
because we obviously have inside knowledge. Mm-hmm.
Yep. That sounds great.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, well, we need to wrap it up. So, Sean, where can everyone find you on the internet?
I hope everybody comes on into the Discord. You can find me in the Discord. That's one thing I should probably say a little bit more often. And I just really hope everybody has a great holiday. And we mentioned it before. We started the show this year and honestly have been met with such wonderful and warm kindness from everybody. There's not a toxic person amongst the entire group, the entire community who's listening in. So before we close things out for 2021, I just wanted to celebrate that for a quick second. So thank you everybody for listening. And
so nice.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, on Twitter, you can find me at Sean Capri, and on Twitch, I'll stream. I'm not going to be doing the podcasting stuff, but I'm going to be streaming stuff over on twitch.tv/Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants.
And you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Console Caito. That is all for episode 34 of the Nintendo Drive. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday. And to use my least favorite joke on earth, we will see you next year.
Good one. The Nintendo Drive is fueled by patrons at patreon.com/YumiCapri. And from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful to the nearly 70 patrons who support us each and every month, with our special thanks to our Capremium producers, Dallas Ford, Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team, and Jonathan Brown, the man behind the music on this show and the Xbox Drive. You can support Jonathan at youtube.com/PM Entertainment. Our platinum producers, Robbie Bobby Miller and Trucker Sloth. Our gold members, Argo, Benji Kong, Brendan Myers, Dallas Robbins, Dano, Emily O'Kelly, Foolish Fuji, Heather Boney, James Johnson, Joel Brooks, Jose Jimenez, Mac Time, Marcus O'Neill, Mr. and Mrs. Nasty Boots, RJ Kern, Skinny Matt, and Xavier Reyes. If you enjoyed this show and you'd like to support independent content, you can go to patreon.com/YumiCapri and choose the tier that's right for you.